10 Financial Minimalism Rules that transformed my life. Every trend is flawed. This is simply sort of how I approach life in general. That's why I'm going to see what happens if I simply do the complete opposite. If everyone else is going to college, accruing debt, and trying to obtain a higher paid job so they can buy a bigger house, a bigger car, and more costly clothes. These are some financial minimalist rules that have significantly improved my life, and maybe they will do the same for you. Doing the complete opposite is the first rule. Number 2, never stop learning. This is something that really distinguishes those who make significant life accomplishments from those who tend to fall into the 9 to 5 trap, living what is essentially the American dream, even though it doesn't necessarily mean laziness. Usually, it just means that people remain in their comfort zone. However, I believe that stepping outside of your comfort zone and working to improve yourself is what will ultimately bring you the most enjoyment and success in life. This can mean reading a book. It doesn't need to be a lot. You can try one book each month. Simply reading or watching book reviews is enough. Attending classes, attending seminars, or simply looking at free materials are some options. Unhappiness is often the result of not making an effort to progress in a variety of aspects of your life and of being content with where you are. This is why buying a lot of books using Audible, visiting the library, paying for courses, and attending conferences are all acceptable. It's crucial in my opinion, and you never know how one idea may transform your entire life. Number 3, just do it. A famous tagline by Nike. Do you have this plan that you're currently putting off because you think you're not prepared? Well, the bad news is you'll never be prepared. These excuses that we make are actually what hinders us from doing. Sometimes, we just need to take a step that's new and scary when it comes to many of the important things in life. We must do it and draw lessons from it if we are to advance in our lives. You have to do it sometimes. There is only so much planning you can do. And you don't want to become paralyzed by analysis, only considering launching a business, making investments, or writing the novel you know is inside of you. To truly proceed toward these goals, you need to create the process from the start because otherwise, it's simply a novel idea. It's something you're not doing and taking action on. Number 4, money is not always the solution. Money is definitely very useful, don't get me wrong. However, as often as we might assume, more of it is not the answer. If I had more money, I would say that I could accomplish this. I'll be happier after I have my raise. Instead of taking a step back and saying, what is it in my life right now that I should be doing, and doing some self-examination, we frequently try to work harder and assume money will solve practically all of our problems. Number 5, less is not a sign of laziness. If you ask almost everyone how they are, they will almost always respond, I'm busy. Good, but I'm occupied. I am working nonstop at the moment. Let's talk about work. In our culture, working 80 hours a week is seen as a badge of honor. You're constantly on the phone, responding to 15 emails per day, and you're constantly striving to do more and more to earn a bigger and bigger increase. There is a huge gap between activity and production which we frequently misunderstand. However, try to apply the 80-20 rule as much as you can in practically every aspect of your life if you want to be financial minimalist. Get rid of the remaining 80% of your wardrobe that you don't wear and just keep the 20% of your clothes that you wear often. What constitutes 20% of the actions that people or time do that result in 80% of the frustrations when it comes to finances, business, and making money? Can you remove them? There is no need to add additional things to that space when we begin to minimize our lives and money, since we constantly feel the desire to accomplish more. Try to do less while doing it better is truly what is needed. But before we proceed, please give this video a thumbs up if you want to learn more. Number 6, generate wealth before income. As a financial minimalist, expanding income is vital, but it is more important to be focusing on building wealth instead. This is kind of how I define wealth. If I make $5,000 a month, spend $5 a month, and save $5,000 a month, I have 1 month's worth of wealth because if I stopped working and generating money, I could get by for a month. I would be wealthy, however, if I had multiple income streams and investments that would pay me, and let's say I only needed $3,000 per month to live on, and I had multiple investments that paid me $3,000 per month, and I had no money in the bank. This is because all of my expenses would be covered by those various income streams and investments. So, as financial minimalists, we focus more on creating many income streams so we can have a lot of freedom and accumulate wealth much faster rather than attempting to accumulate huge amounts of cash so that we can sustain off of that money and slowly eat away at it. Number 7. Stress can be beneficial in some ways. Please understand that I detest stress. That's one of the things that first inspired me to practice minimalism, and after putting in some effort, one of the biggest advantages of financial minimalism is having no financial worry or at the very least, very little financial stress. However, because stress encourages us to develop, it is actually crucial. Simply put, the tension is different. For instance, avoiding harmful criticism and people who tear us down is a good thing. However, avoiding all criticism is terrible because it is from absorbing constructive criticism that we genuinely learn and improve. Going to the gym has the same effects as this. You can't expand and grow if you don't put stress on your muscles and actually break them down. This is true in every aspect of our lives. We occasionally require urgency to advance in our life. We occasionally require stress, people who push us, and us pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones. Number 8. Maximize your assets and minimize your weaknesses. This kind of makes no sense in terms of what most people aim to achieve. Most people focus on improving their areas of weaknesses rather than developing their strengths. But in all honesty, working on your strength is much more effective rather than trying to excel at everything else. Try to steer clear of it in order to focus on the things that you are genuinely good at and that actually advance in your life. Try to outsource all the things that you are bad at or simply don't want to do. For example, you might be good at creating content, conceptualizing, filming, and all that, but you suck at editing videos or simply just hate it. So just hire an editor that can do it for you. Number 9. Ask for forgiveness rather than approval. Sometimes we need to step out and actually do something, even if it seems strange or frightening to those around us, especially in minimalism, as long as it won't hurt other people. You lead a significantly different lifestyle than the majority of those who surround you. As a financial minimalist, you are probably going to be extremely frugal. You might stop eating out as often. You might downsize from a large home to a smaller one. You might sell your extra car to get your new car, and you might also have an old car. Do what's right for you, what's good for your family, and what's right for your future, even if it's unusual and even if people judge you. Rather than attempting to fit in with everyone else and waiting till they understand, recognize that you are choosing what is best for you and that you cannot please everyone. In fact, you don't want to please everyone since doing so would make you normal and you don't want to be normal. Number 10. Excessive things change into their counterpart. You will become ill after consuming half a gallon of ice cream. If you drink a little, you can enjoy yourself. If you drink too much, you'll regret it and just tell yourself you're never going to drink again. The same is true in our finances. While it's good to push ourselves and increase our income to a respectable amount, if that's your only purpose in life, you're going to have some problems. You might have severe obsessions over a variety of topics. While it can be advantageous for a while, if you don't have other things in your life like hobbies, aspirations, or family, it doesn't matter how successful you are at that thing. When you're not doing that thing, you'll frequently feel empty. Therefore, your only option will be to keep running on the treadmill. So, even though you still strive to become briefly obsessed with particular topics, you also want to ensure that you have a balanced life and avoid becoming overly obsessed, especially with positive things. It's possible to go a little bit too far with it. These are the 10 financial minimalism rules that can transform your life. If you want more videos like this, click here for the latest video or this playlist. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. This is the Financial Fortune, and thank you for watching.